Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and dear colleagues, good afternoon and a warm welcome to this fourth societal impact of pain meeting that is going to take place here in Brussels today and tomorrow. I hope that not too many of you have suffered from the strike of the luggage workers here at the airport. For most of us it was a real surprise, but nevertheless I hope we will have a very good meeting, although unfortunately a few of our experts couldn't make it because their flights have been cancelled. I think it's mainly the Spanish group that was affected by these flight cancellations. This fourth European Societal Impact of Pain Focus Group meeting is again organized under the scientific guidance of the European Pain Federation, EFIC, and it has been funded and also logistically supported by the pharmaceutical company Grünenthal. And we are very, very proud that this meeting has also been endorsed as an associate event by the Irish presidency of the EU Council. So all three major bodies, all three major institutions in Europe, the European Parliament, the European Commission, and also the Irish presidency of the EU Council are supporting now our Societal Impact of Pain initiative. And I would like to thank already now these collaborators, these collaborating institutions, as well as Grünenthal, for their great support. The European Pain Federation, EFIC, is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year under the motto 20 years of building bridges. And let me just briefly describe what the European Pain Federation is doing, what we are all about. So we are a multidisciplinary federation of 36 national pain societies across Europe, representing some 20,000 scientists, physicians, nurses, psychologists, physiotherapists, and other healthcare professionals that are actively involved in pain medicine and pain research. And we have our headquarters here in Brussels, in Belgium. This is too fast. And what we have in common with all our member societies and what we share with all our member societies is three major aims: to develop pain medicine in Europe, to provide a broad availability of best practice pain management, and last but not least, to increase the public awareness of chronic pain as a disease in its own right and also as a tremendous societal challenge. And these two goals, the latter two goals, are also in the limelight during this two-day meeting here in Brussels on the societal impact and in particular on best practice approaches and on the societal challenge that is finally the result of a chronic pain disease. You know that the acronym SIP just stands for Societal Impact of Pain, and with the Societal Impact of Pain initiative, we want to make chronic pain a priority on the political agenda in our European nations as well as at the European level. The past 3 SIP symposia have produced a tremendous progress in the recognition of chronic pain, not only as an individual burden for the patient and for the treating physician, but also as a societal burden, a burden to our healthcare systems, to our social systems, to welfare, to economy, and finally to the whole society. The first SIP symposium in 2010 here in Brussels set the scene and established a multi-stakeholder network as a platform for sharing best practices across Europe. During the second SIP symposium, held here in the European Parliament in 2011, the SIP roadmap for action has been launched, and this roadmap has 7 political goals. We call it political dimensions. And these 7 strategic goals outline how EU and member states should address the societal impact of pain. Under the patronage of the Prime Minister of Italy and the Ministry of Health and Welfare in Italy, and endorsed by over 160 organizations in 2012, the third SIP symposium discussed already some good examples of concrete national policies reflecting how different EU member states succeeded in implementing, maybe only partially implementing, the SIP roadmap for action. And now, in 2013, we have changed a little bit our approach. And as you will see during these 2 days, we now concentrate on 2 major topics of our roadmap for action. And these are mainly the topics 6 and 7. So it is more or less shared best practice and the monitoring of outcomes. And as you see here today in the SIP Focus Group 1, we will discuss and hopefully also find recommendations of how to measure improved chronic malignant pain management in the European Union. So which quality indicators, which evidence-based quality indicators for good practice in pain management can be used to show that pain management improves the social situation, improves the economical situation in our countries, and has not only the effect on the individual patient. So the objective of this Focus Group 1 meeting today is to build a comprehensive set of evidence-based indicators of good quality pain management. You will see this is not an easy task, and we will have a very intensive and extensive discussion on these indicators, and hopefully we will end up with some SIP recommendations of such European quality indicators of outcome. That is up to us now within the next few hours. Tomorrow, we will continue with the SIP Focus Group 2. And this SIP Focus Group 2 is just on chronic pain in the EU working population. We will try to develop a SIP proposal for action, that is using European best practice examples from different major European countries for reintegrating people with chronic pain into the workforce. This group should propose concrete measures based on these best practice examples, concrete measures that can also be applied on EU level to keep our workforce healthy. And hopefully, again, tomorrow we will have then a report that can be endorsed and signed by the representatives of all stakeholders that were involved in this focus group 2, and you will then find these recommendations also published on the SIP website. With especially the latter topic, chronic pain and the working population, we pay tribute to the fact that 70% of people living with chronic pain are of working age. And pain is the second most common reason given by claimants of invalidity benefits. And I will show you just a few figures from UK, because they don't have the euro, they have the British pound. Maybe that is even more impressive at the moment as figures in euro. It's a strong currency at the moment. In UK only, 3.8 billion British pound are spent every year on invalidity benefits for those with chronic pain. And besides £500 million of British pounds paid for prescription of analgesics, the costs, the direct and indirect costs for the society of back pain in UK was 12.3 billion British pounds, and that equals 22% of the whole UK health expenditure per year, or 1.5% of the gross domestic product. And when we look in more detail on these figures and at these figures, then you will see, as shown here, for these tremendous costs of 12.3 billion for back pain in UK, that 74% of these costs are just due to loss of productivity and loss of work days. And it's only 9% that are spent and paid for the direct medical service for these chronic low back pain patients. I think this shows us the societal dimension of chronic pain. So, I'm sure that this societal impact of pain meeting, the meeting of the two focus groups, will be a good opportunity to join our forces to declare once again adequate pain management and ethical duty for all caregivers and health institutions, to make chronic pain management a priority with governments and health providers, to ensure awareness of human suffering and costs to society due to untreated or undertreated chronic pain. And finally, and that is why we meet here today, to provide a platform for all stakeholders and member states to share best practice and to define high-quality pain management. And that is what this meeting is all about. So, once again, thank you for coming. Thank you for your contributions, and welcome to this fascinating meeting today.